Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 19, continuing our third start from scratch run of this game, this time on the new Woodshire farm. This is our silage run, at least supplemented by silage. We're going to do other stuff, but we're definitely doing a bunch of silage. Just finishing off weeding this field right here, as soon as the worker decides that he is done. In fact, I'll just dismiss him now. We'll get him moving along. Looks like everything looks pretty good. Seeded, weeded, and waiting for a second batch of fertilizer, and we will be good to go. Did just get our first batch of income from our first batch of stuff, and we made 212,000. Oops, oh, that's okay. Even if I didn't have crop destruction turned on, I would not have destroyed the crops there because these have tiny wheels. But yeah, $212,000 from our first day. It's not bad. Really just not a lot of crop that we were doing, and it still gave us $212,000. This next one, today's run, is going to be even more. We should get close to $500,000 just from today alone, because we have a lot of stuff over here ready to be unwrapped here very, very soon. In fact, we're probably just going to fast forward until this is ready, which will be here in about 5%. But yeah, $212,000. We got a $250,000 amount right now. We still have a $630,000 loan. We actually could borrow more if we wanted to. If there was a field that had corn on it elsewhere, I might borrow more just to pay for that, but we don't really need to do that right now. So yeah, looking pretty good. Potentially this might be our first day of actual profit since we started. We spent over $1 million already, as you guys are well aware. Let's fast forward. Get to 100% here. 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and open up the silo here. What button is it from the... There we go. I was wondering why it wasn't showing me the mouse buttons, but there we go. Both ends. And jump in our tractor or thingy, ready to go. Turn on, lower, start dropping in there. Good stuff. As soon as we get this one emptied out, we will sell. This is double and make a couple singles, as discussed in the last couple episodes, I believe. And if you can hear thunder and banging and pounding, it's not actually thunder. It's my kids are romping around up and down the stairs right outside my office window, or office door, I should say. So apologies if you can hear it. I don't think you can pick it up on this mic. This mic is pretty directionally focused on just me. But if you ever hear any of that, it's because my kids are going up and down the stairs. I am in the basement of my house, so any movement upstairs, yeah, I definitely get an earful of it. Wow, they are really having a good old time up there. Alright, there's that. Let's grab our tractor. We'll grab this bad boy. Come on, tractor. You can do it. There you go. I knew you could do it. See how good my backup skills are. Probably not gonna be that good, but we'll pretend anyway, right? Just gotta get it off this wall. Once I get it off the wall, it'll be fine. Oh, it's so close, like inches away from the wall. There we go. It's a little bit better, a little bit more space. Oh, nope, we're getting back to the wall. Slow and easy wins the race. There we go. We're going to be fine. It's like the game of Operation. Don't touch the walls, right? Alright, here goes. More money. How the field's looking. First stage, second stage. Double fertilized on 21 and 22. 28 still needs to grow a little bit probably just to get the second stage. Although I think you could still technically can fertilize before you get some crop on there, but I can't remember actually. Sometimes it seems like it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes it seems like I accidentally get a second round of fertilization before it's actually got the second stage growing. I think that maybe that's something to do with sometimes when I cultivate a crop under or get Maybe if you cultivate weeds, does that fertilize a batch or a round? I actually don't know. But we'll wait. I think the proper thing to do is wait for a little bit of crop to grow in. Won't take us too long. We'll start having these silos full of like 1,000,000, you know, silage level and stuff like that, which is going to be more than enough for a full day. Still starting a little small, but we'll get there. And about to be topped off. Yeah, today is going to be a really good payday. There we go. We'll start fast forwarding once we get up here and we can watch the load over here, the value. Alright, let me zoom in so I can see it. Let's go. So it gets down to about 20, 25, something like that. We can start unloading because it usually times out pretty good at about that rate. And at least gives us something to do during the nighttime. And since I've got this a little bit lit up, it's actually not too bad, hopefully, on the video. So I think it's a good compromise. Oh, so close. Maybe 20 next time. Right, we're going to slow down. Keep going about 15 for now. Let it process a little faster while I'm unloading this thing back up again. But really, I mean, this is silage, guys. Rinse and repeat. As many times as you feel like you need to get the money that you want for whatever it is you want to do. Really not a lot more to it, to be honest. I mean, it has its fun moments. Now, one thing we can do, I will point this out, we can do manure and we can do slurry added in here as well. Both manure and slurry also cap out at about 50,000 per, I think it's hour and 15 minutes. So they both also cap out at 800,000 that you can load up on any given day. Now, they will both process while silage is processing, so you can have all three processing at the same time. So it's technically what, 150,000 total that you can get going. But we're obviously a long ways away from manure and slurry because we don't have the cows or anything like that yet. We will get there for sure. Definitely we'll get there. I do need to get a straw crop down so I can get some straw. So that's definitely going to be something we're going to be looking at doing pretty soon. I think a couple days of silage just to get us a little bit of a bank built up, or at the very least maybe pay off our loan or buy a couple more plots of land, and then we'll definitely swap over to adding in some cows into the mix just to give us a little bit more of a, you know, something to do, and a little bit more of a, you know, day-to-day profits and stuff like that. Love the cows with the milk and stuff. It's usually really good. Alright, speed her up. And there's another load. Already what, done 2 loads today? That's about 100,000 bucks almost. I guess 90,000 bucks to be exact, so not a bad start to our day. We're only 3 o'clock in the morning. How many people can you say have made $90,000 before 3 o'clock in the morning? Or by 3 o'clock in the morning? Short of like multi-millionaires. Billionaires. Probably make... billionaires probably make what? I don't know. $1 million before 3 o'clock in the morning? I mean, that might be. I haven't done the math. That was just me guessing. Well, let's do the math. Let's say you make $1 billion a year. 'Cause what? I don't know if anybody does specifically, but what, Bezos and Amazon guy? I mean, does he make $1 billion a year, you think? He probably makes more than that, right? I actually don't know. I know he's worth multi-billions of dollars, but I don't know how much he himself actually makes every year. Well, let's just pretend somebody made $1 billion a year. They, 365 days in a year would mean they make $3 million-ish every day, which means they make what? Let's say they made $2.4 million a day, just to make my math really easy, because why not? That would mean they make $100,000 every hour. So that means by 3 o'clock they've made $300,000. Not bad. Which means at the moment right now, if we've already made $90,000 by 3 a.m. Wow, we are what, $300 million a year we'll make. My quick napkin math, I'm doing a lot of rounding and estimations, but we're making several $100 million a year, let's put it that way. And that's at our current rate, which I guess is about as fast as we can go, because we started right after midnight, didn't we? We weren't much into the day. I think the most we can make in 3 hours would be what, like 120,000 silage, which would be right at $100,000. I think every 3 hours is how much we're... Oh, I forgot to fast forward. It's like, why is this not letting me do anything? So yeah, not bad though, still. Fast forward. I mean, I could download a mod to fast forward even faster than this, but I think this will be okay. Should be able to... About as much as we can handle is 120x, I think. How's our fields looking? No, we're in second stage. Good stuff. Let's go get that second stage fertilized. Let me slow this back down. We'll go down to about 15 again. Get you over here. Grab a fertilizer. Still so dark. Maybe it's just because I have the light shining in my face as well, but man, it is so incredibly dark for me. I wish these arms on this thing had lights on the end so I could actually see where it's at. I won't have to like overestimate just to make sure it's definitely covering it. I'm sure there's still more out there and I just can't see it. Yeah, it's really hard to see. That's right. We'll go back to our lit up area over here. We're almost in the final stage again for that other round, this other crop. 21-22, about ready to start putting it in another silo. Hopefully we can get this one in. Well, actually, I don't know if we will get this one empty by then. If not, we'll just... Actually, I don't know what we'll do. We'll just wait till this one empties before we dump it in here, I guess. Get that little piece. There you go. Even if we don't catch the crop at the first possible moment that we can harvest it, we will still have plenty of time before it obviously withers or anything like that. So I think we will be able to finish this silo out pretty easily before we have to do anything with the crop. Alright, we're actually right, just perfect timing to be able to unload without having to stop. Oh, never mind. I was off by... Look. Oh, we are perfect timing if I had been fast forwarding the whole time. That's what I forgot to do. That's all right, guys. I'll be all right. I'll wake up here in a little bit. There we go. Good stuff. These class tractors are really growing on me. I mean, it's not really my favorite color green by any stretch. And the red is orange or whatever is definitely not my favorite color. I'm like, the colors themselves are not necessarily in and of themselves my favorite colors. I just like the continuity. I like the fact that, you know, this tractor and this trailer, and we got those other trailers to look the same as well. We got to paint those the same color. It feels good to have some continuity there, to be honest. Which means, honestly, I think I will, if I buy one of those Vultures again, I might actually go ahead and paint them the same colors. Can we do that? Let's see. I assume we could. Hadn't tried. Vulture. Main color. That's not what I wanted. Main color. There we go. Class. No, I don't want to buy it. I want to, like, mess around with it. You get a cool silver color to kind of give it a little bit of variety, but we could just still do this. There you go. There's a tractor. Looks just like other stuff. You can go gray. That's kind of cool. Could we, like, main feature gray? How would that look? With, no, I don't want to purchase. Stop trying to purchase. Yeah, I mean, any one of these would still give it a little bit of a... that actually kind of looks a little bit off there, but what if we did, like, green wheels with the, sorry, try to tab over. The orange one. It's backwards gloss. Still gloss colors, but I like the green with the red, or the oranges, I should say. Just because it just matches everything. It just looks like we have a continuity of our equipment, which is really cool to me. I mean, on that last farm, we tried to do a lot of John Deere stuff, which we could have done some John Deere stuff for this even, because they do obviously have, I mean, obviously they have John Deere tractors, but they also have the John Deere forage harvester that we could have used. We could have painted the trailer John Deere color, so we still could have done a John Deere thing. But hey, you know, I paid for this DLC, this class DLC. Worth trying out. I think I started it too fast. We have to fast forward again. That's alright. We'll just keep fast forward and we'll dump a little bit more here in a minute. Hey, it's daytime! Alright, let's down to 15. We'll check on our fertilizer dude here in a second, as well as the fields. Oh, there you go. There's the fertilizer guy right there. Speak of the devil. How did he do? He did okay. We still have some weeding to get done. Huh, okay, that's fine. And then how are we on the other fields? We're still a little ways away. Okay. Let's fold you up. We did, in fact, finish all of this. Good job. Let's get our weeder out there. For that one strip of weeds. I mean, I really like that blue tractor with the black wheels. I don't know, just for me, it's a good look. But I also like matching equipment for whatever weird reason. Good job. Let's get you filled up, my friend. Out of the way. Get you started on this one little strip. What is it like? I think it's 15% if you don't weed that you lose of productivity or something. Might be more than that. I actually don't remember the exact values. I think it's 25% for each round of fertilization. I think it's, I don't know, 15-20%, something like that for if you don't plow. It's another percentage if you don't lime, and then it's another percentage if you don't weed. So it all adds up, definitely. I mean, if you missed an individual one of those, probably not the absolute end of the world, but missing the entire set will greatly reduce your crop yields. You can look up online for any of those numbers for sure. It actually might be in the help menu. Let's see, does it say here? Production? Nope. What would it be? Lime and herbicide, maybe? Fertilizer, all that stuff's there. Transport, storage, harvest, growth. I don't see any percentage points jumping out at me. Yeah. It's something like that. Like I said, you can look online, but it's a pretty significant boost in productivity if you do everything. So it's very, very good to do everything if you can. Again, not the end of the world if you can't. You miss one thing or something, but like sometimes I'll plant and I'll realize that I hadn't looked at the map to see if it needed lime. I'm like, oh man, I should have limed. Which, you know, okay, fine. I lost a little bit of productivity that round, but again, it's still not the end of the world. And if you don't like any of that stuff, you can always turn all that stuff off. You can turn off the need to lime. You can turn off the need to periodically plow. I don't know if you can turn off the fertilizing stuff. I actually haven't looked at that. Let's see, can you? What am I looking for? I'm looking for this page. You can turn off plant withering. You can turn off periodic plowing. You can turn off lime. You can turn off weeds. Okay, so that's what. You can't turn off, looks like, the fertilizing necessary. So you still will always need the fertilizer to get the full, you know, extra 50% from that. But you can make the other things just irrelevant. But, you know, to each your own. If that's something you just don't enjoy doing, then turn it off. Have fun with the game however you want to have fun with the game. There's no reason to force something just because it's how it's set up default. What do we got over there? 11,000? Oh yeah, we could. I happen to enjoy doing the extra plowing and the weeding, stuff like that. Just, I think it's kind of fun to do that extra little bit. Even the liming, honestly, doesn't bother me that much. As you saw, I turned off crop destruction because I felt like that felt a little, you know, unnecessary. I'll still try to avoid the fields, but I don't want to just destroy my crop if I accidentally go over them at one point. Get you back over here before I do anything else. Get you out of the way. And this is ready to harvest, isn't it? Appears to be. Looks like it's tall enough. Let's actually slow down for a second. Let's check our map. Check the map. Check the, sorry. I'm sorry. I got kids. Yeah, we are definitely ready to harvest. So, how far along are we on this? What am I looking for? That thing. Still a little bit further to go. So let's get this finished off. So we'll be fast forwarding a little bit before I start the harvest. I mean, I could start it now and just have it stored in some of those trailers, but I don't know if there's really that much point. I will no, wait till we get to like the last trailer here, and then I'll go get those guys kicked off. Wish I could be doing something else while this thing's loading. That's the one good thing about the belt system. If you do get the belt set up, they're a little finicky, but it does mean you can, like, I can have the trailer pulled up underneath the belt arm and go off, do something else, and come back in, and usually is full by the time I get back. Sometimes, again, it messes up and it just doesn't work properly. Alright, good stuff. Speed her up. Let's go. Let's get this processed. How much did we spend on leasing stuff yesterday? Where is it? Leasing, vehicle leasing costs. $75,000 yesterday alone. And that's just the maintenance cost, basically. Because well, the first day we had to do all the initial leasing costs. Yesterday was just the kind of the daily leasing costs. And we might have leased a couple of pieces of equipment as well. But I mean, it's not cheap. We definitely want to get to the point where we buy the equipment. I know I mentioned, you know, the right thing to do is lease from the beginning. It is the right thing to do. But you still want to buy it eventually. I am not denying that fact. That is still very much a thing you want to do. It's kind of, like I said, it's the end game. Buy, get everything set up the way you want, and then buy all the equipment you need. And then it's just cruise control after that, really. Actually, I still like this tractor a lot, I think. I like the treads on the back and the steering wheel on the front. I think I've mentioned that before, but I don't know, it's just kind of a cool combo tractor. I wish there were more like this. There's a lot of tractors that have treads, and there's a lot of tractors that have wheels. There's not a lot of tractors that have both treads and wheels, unless you look at like some of the big harvesters and stuff like that, where they have treads on the front and wheels in the back to turn. Good job, dude. There you go. Just a little bit more, and we are done with this one. Perfect timing on that new field too, though, because by the time we get that one harvested and set up over here, this set of silage to our right over here, where that guy's at, will be just about done, I think. It'll be pretty close. We finished that one up around midnight, so it should be done here in actually a few minutes. We'll be able to have almost non-stop silage today. Not quite full non-stop, but pretty close to it. Now, if you ever wanted to know, could I set up 2 of these walls like this? Because this is something I had actually wondered about and asked myself, I guess you could say, and experimented with, hypothesized about. If you set up 2 of these walls like this, 2 of these bunkers, with this thing down the middle, could I put concrete down here and still use this as a silo here in the middle as well? And unfortunately, you cannot. You do have to be in the official planted down silo for it to actually do what you want to do. At least I couldn't get it to work. If somehow you're able to get it to work and your mileage differs, please let me know in the comments below so I can correct my thinking. But as far as I know, just having 2 walls and a concrete floor does not a silo make. It's not in the game. Obviously in real life it would, presumably. Almost done. Not a bad haul. Not by any stretch. Looks like we're going to have about 2 more trailer loads and a teeny tiny bit extra after that. So not too bad at all. Got to fast forward again. That's alright. We'll get interrupted, but we'll be able to finish it off pretty quickly here. There we go. 2 more, and then a teeny tiny bit. Guess I could have fast forwarded through some of this. Honestly, I didn't think a lot of this would take this much time, but also, I don't know, I've just been talking, kind of enjoying myself, which I guess is part of the whole point of this YouTube channel and journey. Not only am I trying to entertain you, which I guess whether you watched it or not and continue watching tells me that, but I'm also trying to enjoy myself, right? I like talking about this stuff. This is fun. I like learning about all this stuff. And again, my education on Farming Simulator has gone from, you know, when I did my last series, which was just, what, a month ago, to, okay, I know a lot more now. I've tried a lot of things. I've done a lot of really dumb things, figured things out, and most of them the hard way, which is definitely one of the best ways to learn things. And yeah, now I've restarted my multiplayer farm 3 or 4 times now, and we're just now on an iteration that we feel like we've got down perfectly. We're completely out of debt, got all of our equipment. We've got like, I don't know, we've probably got $3 million, $4 million worth of equipment completely paid for. We've got, in my multiplayer farm, I'll have to show you some guys sometimes, but we have, where's the map? We have 24, 25, 26, 22, 21, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 20, and we're just about to buy 33, 55, 35, 18. Of course, we also have this middle bit too. So we've got all of this is ours. Of course, the biogas plant. And like I said, about $3.5, $4 million maybe worth of equipment. Just tons of stuff. And we're just making bank now. We're literally, oh, and we've got a few hundred cattle. We've got about 300 pigs right now, which is how I know that I don't really like pigs as much. We've got, you know, full load of chickens, I believe. Got a bunch of sheep. We've got 48 horses that we're going through. We've got tons of stuff. It's been fun. I'll definitely have to show you guys kind of where it's at and what we've got set up now that we've progressed. And we've experimented on a few things. We've lost, you know, $1 million on just let's try this thing out. We don't like that. Okay, well, let's sell it back. And let's try this thing out. Oh, we don't like that. I mean, in that case, I'm talking about like buildings or things like that. Obviously, most of the equipment we've just leased and, you know, saved ourselves a little bit of money trying it out. And that's the other good benefit of leasing versus buying, is that if you're not sure if you're going to like a piece of equipment, well, lease it for a couple of days, try it out. And then you're like, okay, you know, I like that one. So then go buy it. As opposed to just buying a piece of equipment and then immediately losing half its value if you want to sell it back and you're like, I don't like this. This didn't do what I wanted to do. I actually think, let me slow this down. I actually think we can get the guy started real quick before I finish this trailer off. I think we're at a good place now. He doesn't exactly turn on a dime, does he? I think the guys with the wheels in front turn a little bit better. If this guy had all treads, he would turn faster. But because he has treads and wheels, I think he turns a little bit slower, actually. Still like it, but I do think it is slower. I guess we'll just start down here. Oh, I should. Nope. Fold it back in. I changed my mind. I was like, I gotta get through the fence. Now you can unfold. In fact, you know what? Let's just start right here. Alright, go to town, buddy. Go to town. And then we'll come back over here. Keep filling this thing up. Was there another class forage harvester? Or was that the only one? No, there are 2. There is one with wheels. So maybe when I go through and buy it, maybe I'll get this one instead, because I think it'll turn a little bit better. I mean, I guess we could rent it. Try it out. Does this thing have all the normal pipe? Got the large pipe. Got the extra large pipe. Wow. I don't know that we need that. It can go up to 620, 700, 800 horsepower. Yes, please. What about you? Trelleborg stuff. Long pipe, just long pipe. Okay, and you're only 626. I like the way this thing looks. I like the treads. They're cool. But I do think the one with the wheels is, for this particular case, a little bit better. I think it spins. It seems like it turns a little bit tighter. Again, if it was all treads, it would turn way quicker. But since it's not, then it doesn't turn quite as much, quite as quickly. At least that's the perception that I'm feeling. The one I have in my other map is I have these Crones. I have this Big X 1180, which is amazing. 1156 horsepower. And it's great. Don't get me wrong. It is definitely great. But I'm having fun something different. I like these class ones. They're different. We're a bit over time, but I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up so you guys can see that. We will then call it there. And this is my last episode of this session for me anyway. Usually do about 4 episodes at a time, just in the sittings. You know, a couple hours, sit down, knock out a few episodes, and go from there. So yeah, this will be the last episode for this session. So if you've got any comments and you ever wonder why maybe I don't respond right away with my episodes, like I said, not every time, but most of the time I'm doing 4-episode chunks. Because I do put up 3 episodes of my series every week. So if I do a 4-episode chunk, it gives me a full week and then a little extra to kind of balance things out in case something comes up and stuff like that. So that's usually how I work. Just in case you've ever wondered. Oh, looks like we do have some of the harvest coming in, which is fine. We do get just as much from that as the other. Oh, look, there's like a little tiny strip that they missed. Oh, and this crop over here is done as well. We got a lot of stuff to do now, which is good. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and finish this off real quick. Get these new bunker silos laid down the way I want them to, so you guys can see that. And then we'll put a cut in there, and any extra harvesting will be done next time. And we're almost done with this whole day, actually. We've already fast-forwarded through most of this day. That's a lot of what the silage stuff is done, though. You're either fast-forwarding to wait for crop to grow, or you're fast-forwarding to wait for your silage to process. And that's kind of how it works. Get you out of the way. Let's get you backed up there and just drop you off real quick. And then we'll get this thing rebuilt. Only because I'm going to fast forward just enough to drop the rest of this off, just so I don't have to like think about it. I mean, if it was more than 433 out, I would just come back to it later. But I'm like, I don't want to forget about that. Okay, so we're going to go to the garage. We are going to go to our owned items. We're going to go to our double. We're going to get some of our money back. Actually, just about enough money to buy a single one of the singles. So at least we get something back. We'll sell that. And then we will come back over here and we will buy us a new silo. I will need to put the tractor up here, I think. Let's grab the tractor real quick. Just as a gauge. Alright, so it's about where I want the left wheel. It's going to be about a foot or so space over there. We'll see if we can get about a foot or so on the other side. Where is it? Up here. Up there. It's like somewhere over here. Okay. So we're going to put, like I said, just about a foot on that left side. And then I just want to make sure I lined up. Wrong side. Don't spin it. It's hard to tell. I want to line up north to south here. Nope. Stupid trees. Okay, I think we're good there. And then are we still good here? I think we're good there. I think I can get a trade through that just fine. So we'll do that. And then let's move our tractor over. Yeah, this is fine. just enough space for the tractor and the trailer. I mean, obviously we can't turn around or anything, but we can easily drive through that without too much issue. And we'll put the other one over here. Hopefully I have just enough space over here, I think. And do this. That looks pretty good. Line it up here. Looks okay, I think. Not even closer, right? No, I think it's this distance is what I'm doing. Just double check. I don't want. If it's off, it's going to bother me. I mean, it's still function, obviously. But no, go with that. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll make sure. Let's just take a real quick second to fix some of the paint. I definitely want the concrete down the middle here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that? I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. Yes. Get rid of that grass. Some grass back here too. And then we'll do this line down here as well, because why not? Of course, I can't see it in the trailer, so it's possible I'm missing something, but I'm trying to take little jut steps, and I think I'll be all right. And there you go. I think that looks pretty good. I might clean that up over there later too, but yeah, so there we go. So now we have 3 separate silos with trailer pass-throughs down the middle, which is perfect. So we don't have to use a silo itself for a trailer pass-through. And plenty of space. It takes up about the same amount of space as like 4 of these wide, but definitely doesn't have that overlap problem that sometimes comes into play. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think it looks pretty good, personally. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Otherwise, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.